Yeah, I mean, I think you have to look at the violence in the context in which it's taking place, and we did always expect ahead of the elections to be an upsurge in violence, but also it has to be seen against the backdrop of the historic ceasefire that we had during the last Eid and the forthcoming Eid, which happens next week. And I think it just clearly demonstrates that the Taliban, even though there have been some kind of tentative steps towards talking about a peace process, and obviously the meeting between the Taliban and the US in Qatar, but they've very much taken on the previous kind of NATO-US position, which was fight and talk. And clearly the Taliban is not ready to relinquish its on-the-ground military presence at the moment.
And of course, the Afghan forces there are currently being supported by US troops. The British Prime Minister just announced that she's going to send another 440 soldiers to Afghanistan. We're now nearly 4 years since the UK pulled out of Afghanistan. Is that an admission? Is this an admission that that was premature?
I mean, you know, I think that the troop increases and drawdowns are not necessarily definitive about the pattern of the war itself. You know, we look back to 2010 when we had the troop surge, and we had, you know, over 100,000 troops in Afghanistan, and still they couldn't actually bring an end to this war. But I think, you know, part of President Trump's strategy back in 2017 was to say that we would no longer have a troop deadline, which of course had been announced under the Obama administration with the drawdown. So, you know, potentially ensuring that we can demonstrate ongoing support to the Afghan government, which is desperately needed, is part of the strategy of sending troops back.